We'll get to our reference booklet in a minute. I need to deal with this crash and burn issue first. Okay, this is just length. So right over here is like 1D. If you go into Home Depot or you actually want to sound like you know what you're talking about, if you're going to talk about the length of feet in one dimension, you use the term foot. So if I'm going in to buy a rope and I want 20 feet of a certain rope, I don't say 20 feet, 20 linear feet. Means line. It means I'm in the first dimension. And you guys know this. 1 linear foot is 12 inches. So my ratio is 1 to 12. And that's where all of you got that 12. 1 inches, 1 to 12. Because, now come over here, I like you to trace and shade a square foot. Trace and shade a square foot. How many inches this way? That's 12 inches, right? If that's a square foot, and then this is 12 inches. What is the area here? That's 144 inches squared. So in 2 dimensions, my conversion rate between foot squared to inches squared is going to be 1 squared to 12 squared. Which means don't divide by yes, sir. Yeah, you multiply. You got me there. Yes. You got me there. You multiply. Now down here, let's do our cube. Cube. You get your calculator for this because I know most of you you're not going to want to do this by hand. Okay, ready? A cube is 12 by 12 by 12. Get that, please. 12 cubed. 12 times 12 times 12. And then that's 3D, and that's 1 cubed to 12 cubed. Okay, because in 1 foot cubed, there is 1,728 inches cubed. Guys, notice and notice. There's a pattern there. Do you see that pattern? Look very carefully. Ready? 1D, 2D, 3D, do you see it? In the first dimension, it's 1 to 12. Second dimension, it's 1 squared, 12 squared. Third dimension, 1 12 cubed. Well, it's 14. Okay? All right. All right. Okay, let's recap. Now we're going to move on to 3D shapes. Step number 1. When we're dealing with prisms, you are going to work with 2 shapes that are, yes, excellent. Get out of the highlighter. There we are. They are congruent, parallel, and connected by rectangles. Congruent, parallel, rectangles. Just remember CPR. Ready? I'd like you to shade what you think are the 2. Shade. You shade right down here, this triangular prism. Shade what you think the base is. What do you guys want? Do what now? I knew what that was. See me after school. Okay, we'll try it there. Okay, ready? Look up here, guys. You should have done this. Now, really important, base, top, and bottom. These guys are congruent, they are parallel, and they're connected by nothing but rectangles. Ready? Now, that's a base. What I want you guys to do right now is go to your reference booklet, because you need to write this in your reference booklet. Find this page, please. Towards the back. Really important you get this, because you need to have these memorized. Students, warning, you have a lot to memorize in the next 2 weeks, and you must actually memorize it. We have 2 more weeks in this unit, plus a testing cycle, and then we start reviewing for finals. We have 4 Mondays. Ready, guys? Look up here. In our equations, when you see the word capital B for base, it means area of the base. Therefore, when you see a capital B, if it was this, write it down, stay right with me, move fast, stay with me. If it's this base, that's perimeter times apothem over 2. If the base is a regular polygon, it's perimeter times apothem over 2. If my base is a trapezoid, it is lowercase b plus lowercase b times the height of the trapezoid. Stay with me, guys. 3 people aren't. That's why I said that. Yes. There's like 7 different bases. This is what I'm trying to point. The base changes depending on the shape. This, shade it. Always shade your bases. This base is going to be side squared. This is in your reference booklet. That's why I asked you to get it out and turn to that page. This was also in the homework last night. Absolutely. This base, of course, is pi r squared. This is a right triangle, so it is leg times leg over 2. So in the next equation that I show you, when you see capital B, it could be any one of those depending on what the shape is. It's very important. Okay? Leave that underneath your lens so you can make a reference to it. Ready? Turn to here, and we're going to do a couple problems together. Okay, get the fish the can out of the green. What we're about to do is not difficult, but it is, which means in several steps. It is very important that you do not know what we're doing. Like, that's exactly what's going on. That you can't expect. You focus and you need to ask on the next. It's not hard. No. One person rather get the rest of you pretend to ready? Okay, right now, the bases are the base. Go. Now ready? First, repeat after me. Say height. Distance between bases. Again, say height. Distance between bases. Hold the can vertical with your finger. The height is this measurement. Understand? Okay, take your sideways. Oh my gosh. Notice your bases are no longer top and bottom. Your bases are horizontal. Ready? Wiggle your finger. Explain to them where's the height of the thing on top. Yeah. Okay, very important. Height is not vertical. Height is label that and label the height of the can. Go. Toss the can around. Get your numbers off the can. Yes, sir. Excellent. You're fine. No, I'm saying you'll be fine by the time you get done. Alrighty, guys, ready? 5, what's that? 4, 3, 2. Guys, can we do this without a lot of in-between chatter unless I tell you to do something? Now, you should have this label. Now, to find, we go through 5 steps. It's shade base. Guys, stop the chit chat. Stay with me. You chit chat, someone's getting distracted. Shade the base. Now, identify the type of area that's a circle, so we write out the equation. Pi r squared. Now, we come over here. Physically trace your radius. It is not 3. What is it? Out loud? Yes, it's 1.5 squared times pi. Get out your calculators. Do 1.5 times 1.5, please, quickly. And write the word base equals, that's 2.25 pi inches squared, box that. Actually, I prefer pi. Unless you have to do something with it. Except for one part. Wow. Okay, ready? Volume is so easy. You need the area of the base, and then you simply times by the height. Area of the base times the height. So ready? We go here. We write capital B for area. H times the height. And now we circle, plug, chug. My base, I already have it. It's 2.25 pi. My height is 4.5. Now, if you leave this in pi form, it's a lot easier. So all you need to do is multiply 2.25 times 4.5. Do this now, please. Because that's your height, my dear. That's height. That's height. Okay, watch. Height is what's your height? This is between the base. Yeah, it's okay. We'll figure it out. Alrighty, and that is, if I remember, 10.125. 125 pi inches cubed, and label it. There's your volume. No. Okay. Alrighty. Put the can away. Get out the yellow hexagon. Go. Okay, ready? Shade base equation. Two. Shade the bases, please. Shade the bases. This was 4 centimeters. This was 2 centimeters. And this was 1.7. Your base is a regular polygon. So it is perimeter times apothem over 2. You really have to memorize those. Ready? Now we trace. Trace the perimeter. Bradley, why don't you rotate so you can actually see the screen, please? Walk it around. Walk it around, please. That's 2 times 6. Mr. Wilson, get rid of your gun. No, is that some plastic thingy? Okay. Ready? That's going to be 12 is our perimeter times our apothem is 1.7 over 2. Get out your calculators and do that, please. Do the math there, guys. Get out your calculators. Do the math. Okay. Ready? David, what'd you get? My base here. 12 times 1.7 over 2. Okay, it's 10.2. We check for the units, centimeters squared. That's your base. Now, our volume is going to be area of the base. Notice I'm using a capital B there. Capital B means area of. Times my height. My height, I plug it in, is 4. My base is 10.2. It's 40.8. Watch your units, centimeters cubed. And that, always label, that's volume. Start looking, start drawing. Start drawing that L-shaped prism. This one, sir. That one right in front of you. This is easy. Start drawing, guys. Bradley, get that in your hand and start drawing, please. Yes, you do. Look in the tub. Yes, ma'am. In this case, yes, but I need to show you how to do that the more complicated way because there's going to be things that are a lot bigger than this. Making life, relax. Mr. Davis, please don't distract Ben right now. Thank you. Ben, you're drawing. Okay. Okay, you're drawing, guys. I know this is a little tricky to draw. Some of you, you're actually going to get better at drawing in the next 2 weeks. And the way you get better is just by fumbling your way through it. And some of you are going to like, my drawing looks horrible. Don't worry about it. Just keep trying. Okay, so you have a stair-shaped prism. Here's the most important thing we are doing today. If you watch this, it makes everything on life. I want every single person in the team to get your hands on the prism, and I want you to identify which are the base. Ready? Every single person in the team themselves. So,
I took the time and the whole thing fell.
everybody and identify where are the bases here. Very important. They still look really. Your base. Gets a little tricky here. Or maybe it wasn't tricky. I don't know. How many of you identified the L's as your bases? You got that? Fabulous. Ready? Now we're going to find the area. There is no equation, so just write the word. It's a composite shape, which means either you could break it down, or I like to do negative space, so I'm going to do negative space. So ready? I want you to visualize this square. Do you see it? How would you find the area of that square? This right here is going to be 36 times 36, because that's an edge length. So I want you to find 36 squared, please, in your calculators. It's a big number. It's okay. $36 squared. Samantha, what do you get with 36 squared? Okay. And we're going to write here, that's millimeters squared. Then we're going to minus what's... Okay, see the giant purple? I'm doing what's called negative space. So I'm finding the whole square, and then I'm going to take out this bite here. Do you see that bite? That bite is 18 by 18. So someone get me that number. 324? Okay, 324 millimeters squared. What I'm trying to get right here, Whitney, is I ultimately want, do you see the yellow? Do you see the yellow is purple minus green? Yep. Okay, get that. Purple minus green, please. Okay, and so that now is our base. That's our base. What am I thinking it for me here? I want that. Okay, get out of the way. All right, so my base here is 972 millimeters squared. Now, your volume is base times height. Height is distance between the bases. Height is not vertical. The distance between the bases here is 36. So my base is going to be that L-shaped, which is 972, times our height, which is distance between the bases, 36. Do the math. Okay, Anna, what do you get now? 2 times 36, ma'am. What do you get? 34,900 what, ma'am? 92 millimeters cubed. Yes, box it. There's your volume. Alrighty, guys. Last one. Pay attention. You're doing this on your own. If you want it, hang on.